In my last video, I talked about why flights oversell their seats. And today, I'm going to be talking about why flights get delayed so often. What causes it? Well, let's find out. Hey everyone, it's Troy from FlowFreely.com, and today we're talking about why flights get delayed. So the overarching umbrella effect of why it gets delayed, the one answer that you really need to know is that it's a domino effect. So there may be nothing wrong with the weather. There may be nothing wrong with the actual planes that you're gonna be using. Let's say you're taking a flight out of Wichita, Kansas. So you get to your gate, and the plane that you're supposed to be boarding for your trip to wherever you're going is supposed to be coming in from Orlando, Florida. However, there's a delay. It's not because of weather. It's not because of that plane that's coming in from Orlando is mechanically not sound. It's because the plane ahead of it that's on the runway, maybe that one's not mechanically sound. Maybe that one's backed up because the plane ahead of that one is not mechanically sound, or there's weather affecting whatever city that one's coming in from. And so then it's like a spider web of, okay, what plane is causing all this? And so unfortunately, because of that domino effect, that one plane that malfunctions, or that one weather system that throws off the whole day's worth of flights from that location affects this location, which in turn affects this location, which in turn affects this location, which in turn affects you here in Wichita, Kansas, even though Wichita has nothing to do with any of that other nonsense. And so when you look at it from that perspective, the fact that more flights aren't delayed is mind-boggling, because one thing goes wrong with one plane or one destination, and now that entire airport's flight track is messed up. So really, it's just luck of the draw. But luckily, pilots and maintenance crews are super talented, so 99% of the time they're gonna make sure things get done right. You know, so everyone's in good hands. You know, you don't have to worry about delays and cancellations too much. But those mechanical issues do arise from time to time, which is number 2 on why flights get delayed. Sometimes it actually is your specific plane at your airport that's messed up. For example, if something goes wrong on that plane, if a part breaks, or there's some sort of mechanical issue, or maybe some computer issue that needs to be solved, but at that moment in time they don't have the resources or the manpower to fix it, then you can be seeing a delay. Potentially, if it's really bad, a whole cancellation, which that sucks. I hate when my flights get canceled. But I'd rather my flight get canceled than go up in the air with a broken plane and then the plane actually breaks further, crashes into the ground, and then I break into a dozen little pieces and particles. Another common thing I see that's actually affected me multiple times, especially traveling during the winter, is sometimes the wings on the planes freeze over and they have to bring out the trucks to melt the ice and melt the frost that's covering the wings so that the airplane can actually get up and get going. And usually when that happens, you don't find out about it until you're actually on the plane seated, buckled in. And so there's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there in that seat, on that cabin, while those crews defrost the plane. It's like defrosting your car in the morning, but on a much, much larger and more difficult scale. Usually that only delays, in my experience, an hour. It can be a lot less, it can be a lot more than that. So just be aware of that and just realize that there's nothing you can do at that point, so you just gotta sit back and accept it. And the third thing, which I touched on in the first point, is weather. Now we all know weather can come up out of nowhere, and that's a huge factor in why flights get delayed and a lot of times canceled. Weather systems can pop up out of nowhere. So because there's been times where I check the weather on the weather app and it's like, oh, the sun is shining, no rain in the forecast, no storms, no snow, no ice, no anything. It's just a nice, clear, good day. So why is my flight getting canceled? What's going on? So I check the weather at my destination. Oh, it's a little cloudy, but there's not really anything that I would consider treacherous weather that's unsafe to fly in. But come to find out, a system just popped up that's not reporting on the app yet, or there's a system on the way to your destination that's think of looking for, because how are you supposed to know that? And so those surprise weather systems can really put a damper on things, especially if there's a major storm like a hurricane or a major snowstorm affecting the Northeast. They can have major effects on the entire flight network for the United States and sometimes even internationally. But again, what can you do? You know, it's not that you can be like, you know, hey, snow, stop snowing. And that's why your flights get delayed. So thank you guys for coming to this video. If you enjoyed, scroll down, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload, as well as leaving a like and sharing this video with friends if you found this video helpful and if you think that they would find the video helpful. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.